Last night for the yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is now 12:02.
Yeah.
This is Wednesday, March 25th. This is meeting of Town of Brookhaven's Local Development Corporation Audit Committee. The following members are present: Dr. Callahan, Valley, Rose, Scheidt, Braun. The quorum is present. In addition, on Zoom, Mr. Trotter. Lori, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Amy, can you let both Jeff and Julio in? Yeah. Well, Brian? I'm sorry,
Also,
yeah.
yeah,
Jeff is
also,
there.
all three.
I want to introduce our external auditor. We have Jeff DeVoli. He's a partner on our account. He's going to review our audits with you, our draft audits for your review and acceptance. Jeff, do you want to take it over? Do you want Brian or Julio to do any parts of this, or?
No, I know we got a
Okay.
quick time frame here, so I'll just take it if it's okay.
Great.
All right. Is it okay to share up?
Yeah,
My
Good
screen?
to go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. As Lori said, I'm Jeff DeVoli. I'm the lead partner from PKF O'Connor Davies, who performed the audit for the Town of Brookhaven Local Development Corporation. So I have the results here. Can you see my screen, everybody?
yeah, yes.
Great, thank you. For the year ended December 31st, 2025, I'll be moving quickly, as I know the time is precious. The status of the audit, some financial statement highlights and required communication, and then some disclosures that we have there. Status of the audit, we are finished with the audit. The audit has been completed. All field work has been done. The only thing we are waiting to issue the financial statements is an update on the legal letters and the signed representation letter, which I believe, Lori, we've sent over.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So those are the last dangling participles before we issue the financial statements. Just some highlights. And I'll go through quickly, as I know Lori for a long time, and I'm sure you have are well briefed on the I believe. Okay. I'm just making sure I get the right one up here. Sorry. Financial statement highlights: net position decreased by $33,000 or 8.36% for the year. This compares to a small decrease also last year of about 30,000 or 7.12%. The financial statements for the current year, there were no project closings, and therefore the revenue was minimal, 5,375 versus 4,000 for the prior year. Expenses are consistent with the prior year, changed by a mere $774,074. Just some responsibilities is our responsibilities and your responsibilities. Ours as your auditor, our responsibility under professional standards fall into various categories. The ones I've identified here: forming and expressing an opinion, obtaining reasonable assurance about the financial statements being free of material misstatements, accumulating and communicating uncorrected misstatements with those charged with governments, which is your committee here, maintaining professional standards, and communicating with us as your auditor. There's also a couple things in the way of required disclosures. One is what we call RSI, and those are included in the statements. And I indicate here that we do not express an opinion. They are a vital part of the financial statements. However, they do not fall under the purview of the audit opinion.
What
We
is RSI?
required supplementary information. That's information
Okay.
that's all the way in the back of the financial statement. Our responsibilities on the yellow book are disclosed here. Responsibilities of those charged with governance, fair presentation of financial statements, establishing and maintaining internal controls, complying with laws, regs, and the such. Those charged with governments are responsible for communicating with us as your auditors and overseeing the financial reporting process. Qualitative aspects of accounting practices fall into various components. First one we have here is accounting policies. And we state here that we note that there are no transactions entered into by the LDC during the year for which there is a lack of authoritative guidance or consensus, and that all significant transactions have been recognized in the financial statement in the proper period. Following on to other items of qualitative aspects of financial statements, significant unusual transactions. And here we point out that there are no matters have come to our attention that require us to inform you about the methods used to account for significant unusual transactions. Every financial statement includes items for accounting estimates and management's judgment. And I state here that there are no sensitive estimates affecting the financial statements of the LDC. The financial statements disclosure, we conclude that the financial statements disclosures are neutral, clear, and consistent. We're also, as part of our audit, required to analyze the agencies, in this case, the corporation's ability to continue as a going concern for a period of 1 year beyond the balance sheet date. And we concur with management's assessment that the corporation will continue as a going concern for 1 year from the balance sheet date. We're also, as part of an audit, supposed to consider significant risks. These significant risks are similar to all the risks associated with almost all the audits we do: management, override of internal controls, and financial statement presentation and disclosures. On the performance of the audit, we encountered no significant difficulties in dealing with management and performing and completing our audit. We note that there are no misstatements during the audit, and we also note and are pleased to report that there are no disagreements with management during the course of our audit. As I said, representation letter is an open point. Once we get the management representation letter, we're ready to issue the financial statements after we just do a couple of subsequent events, one regarding just a touch up with the outside attorneys. We're required, as part of our audit, to affirm that we are independent with respect to the LDC in accordance with the relevant professional standards. And the significant issues discussed with management prior to retention, this is what we call opinion shopping. And we're happy to report that these discussions occurred in a normal course of the professional relationship, and our responses were not a condition of our retention as your auditors. As I said, we are done with the audit, and we are expected to issue an unmodified opinion, which is, you may understand as a clean opinion, and the numbers are financially properly reported in all material aspects. This is a disclosure sheet on the various levels of internal control matters: significant deficiency, material weakness, and a deficiency in internal control. And we are happy to say that we did not identify any deficiencies in internal control that we considered to be material weaknesses as defined above. There's a couple of new GASBs coming down the pike. We will work with management to implement these. I don't feel that any of these, except for possibly the first one, which is GASB 103, will have a significant aspect to the audits going forward. Here is a copy of the draft of the representation letter that Lisa and Lori will be signing. I'm not going to go through it because I feel you will throw a stapler at me. And this is so that's it. This is our contact information. As I said, I am the partner. Julio is the supervisor, and then we have another partner included here, Brian Peterson. I want to introduce Brian, as I will be retiring at the end of the calendar year, 12/31/26, and Brian will be taking over. Brian has substituted for me in the ordinary course of rotating in accordance with the Public Authorities Law. If there are any questions?
Yeah, going back to Gatsby 103,
Yes.
what was the issue there? What do you anticipate as being an issue or a problem or
Yeah, no issue,
challenge?
no issue, no problem. It's just it will have an impact on the financial statements because it has to do with the rewrite. Every once in a while, GASB comes up with an epiphany they need to do something, and the thing they need to do now is to effectively have a rewrite of the financial reporting model, which means that your MD&A will look a little bit different. In the case of the LDC, I don't believe it will be dramatically different, but it does require a rewrite on the MD&A that is included in the financial statements.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the board? Hearing none, before I ask a resolution to close this meeting, we have to adopt the minutes of our meeting.
Wait, hold on, wait, so does the audit committee recommend that I present the audit for acceptance to the full board?
In which case we need a resolution.
Yeah.
So move. Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Of the minutes of our meeting of November 18th. So move. Second. All those in favor? Opposed, motion carries. Now I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the audit committee meeting.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you. We'll now open the meeting of the Town of Brookhaven Industrial Development Agency's Audit Committee. It is 12:14. The following members are present: Mr. Callahan, Hallie, DeRose, Scheit, Mr. Braun. We have a quorum present, and by Zoom, Mr. Trotta. First order of business is our minutes, the meeting of November 18th. There a motion? So moved. Second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Lori, I'll turn it back to you.
Okay, I'd like to introduce everybody to Jeff DeVoli, our engagement partner from the external auditors of PKF O'Connor Davies, to present his report on our audit for 2025. Jeff?
Okay. Yes, thank you, Lori. Thank you, board members for a couple of minutes here. I will go quickly through this. As Lori said, I am the engagement partner for PKF O'Connor Davies, who performed the external audit for the Brookhaven IDA for the year ended December 31st, 2025. Can you see my screen, Lori?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Just a quick update with you. We're going to do a status of the audit. We're going to do financial statement highlights, some required communications, and then there are some disclosures in the back. The financial statement audit is substantially complete. There is just a couple of items missing from the to issue the financial statement, which are waiting, of course, by this board. The first one is to update the legal confirmations from legal counsel, and a signed representation letter, which is a copy, which is attached to this presentation. Some financial statement highlights. As I know, Lori keeps this board very informed, so I will only go real high level on some of these. The second bullet there, the agency's net position increased by roughly 2.2 million, or 21% from the prior year, which resulted in a net position of $12.7 million. Net position increased for the prior year by 1.1 by virtue of comparison. The bullet here regarding some proper treasury investment activity that the IDA embarked on resulted in some nice accrued interest in the current year. The operating revenues increased by 1.1%, or roughly 62%, from 1.8 to just under $3 million for 2025. Excuse me. This increase was primarily attributable to higher number and larger size of project closings during 2025. Operating expenses changed very insignificantly from 1.362 million to $1.344 million. Some required communications for you. As your auditor, our responsibility under professional standard is to communicate with you regarding our planned audit scope and our professional standards, and that is communicated to you through our engagement letter, which was dated October 27th, 2025. Other supplementary information, and RSI. So we got OSI and RSI on this, and they are included in the financial statements. And as I say here, we do not express an opinion or provide any assurance on them, although they are a vital part of the financial statement. The standard doesn't allow us to provide an opinion on those. Other information, I'd like to point out to you that nothing came to our attention that caused us to believe that there are any such material inconsistencies in the financial statements, and that the information um, contains a material misstatement of fact. I disclose here our responsibilities under the Yellow Book, and also your responsibilities as those charged with governance. Your responsibilities primarily include the fair presentation of financial statements, including the selection of appropriate accounting policies, establish and maintaining effective internal control, complying with laws, regs, grants, and contracts, providing us with all the records to perform our audit, and issue a signed representation letter at the end, and evaluate if there are any conditions or events considered in the aggregate that raise a substantial doubt as to the IDA's ability to continue as a going concern. And then one of the most important things is setting the proper tone at the top. One of the primary drivers to fraud. Qualitative aspects of accounting practices fall into various categories. This disclosure here has to do with accounting policies, and we note that no transactions entered into by the IDA during the year for which there is a lack of authoritative guidance or consensus, and that all significant transactions have been properly recognized in the financial statements in the proper periods. Qualitative aspects of significant unusual transactions, no matters have come to our attention that require us to inform you about the methods used to account for significant unusual transactions. All financial statements include aspects of accounting estimates and management's judgments. Those are disclosed here. OPEB, pension liabilities, and depreciable life of capital assets. Qualitative aspects regarding financial statement disclosures. Financial statement disclosures are neutral, consistent, and clear. We have analyzed the management's analysis of going concern, and we concur with management's assessment that the IDA will continue as a going concern for at least 1 year beyond the balance sheet date. Significant risks are part of all, and as with other audits, management override of internal controls and financial statement presentation and disclosures are two of the risks associated with financial statement audits. We encountered no significant difficulties in dealing with management of performing and completing our audit. Corrected and uncorrected statements. We communicate with you regarding that there are no such misstatements that we discovered during our audit, and that there were no disagreements, sorry. There were no disagreements that arose during the course of the conduct of our audit. As I said, manager representation letter is one of the last steps in the audit. We have a copy included in this presentation for you that Lori and Lisa will be signing before we issue the financial statements. We are required to communicate with you that we, as your auditors, we affirm that we are independent with respect to the IDA in all professional standards. And the last item there, or this item here, has to do with opinion shopping, and that we are not aware that there was any opinion shopping or matters that are controversial in the way that they're handled from an audit standpoint, and that we expect to issue an unmodified, which you all know is a clean opinion on the financial statements. There's a slide in here regarding internal control. Internal control is broken into 3 different types of categories. One is a deficiency in internal control, the lowest level, material weakness, and significant deficiency. Material weakness is the one that we are generally concerned about, and we did not identify any deficiencies in internal control that we considered to be material weaknesses as defined above. on the horizon. There's a couple of accounting standards that are coming out. The biggest one is, of course, as it relates to the IDA, but not significant from a catastrophic standpoint. It just requires a rewrite of your MD&A, and that is GASB 103, the financial reporting model. Included here is a draft of the management representation letter, which will be signed by Lisa and Lori as CEO and CFO of the agency at the end of our audit, prior to us issuing our financial statements in final form. And that's all I have.
Great,
So if
thank
there's
you, John.
any questions?
Any questions from the board? Before we let Jeff go, it's appropriate that I ask the board whether they're with Jeff and his associates, apps management, to discuss anything that they have on their mind. Anybody want to do that?
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, we're all set. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I hope I flew fast enough for you guys.
Have a good one.
Congratulations. on
Thank you.
retirement.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very nice.
Right, I'll
Take
entertain
care.
a motion to adjourn.
Nope, we got a motion to accept the
Excuse me. Yes.
audit and
Recommended to the regular.
recommended, yeah.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, now I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
How to be the meeting.
Yeah.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Okay, on time. Yeah. All right. We'll now open the meeting with Town of Brookhaven Local Development Corporation. It is 12:24. The following board members are present: Callahan, Mr. Pally, Rose, Mashike, Mr. Braun. Quorum is present, and by Zoom, Mr. Trotter. First order of business. Are minutes of both December 3rd, 2025 and January 7th, 2026. There a motion?
So moved.
Are there any corrections, questions? Nope. Hearing none, a motion to approve? Signed. Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Lori?
Okay. Earlier today, we had a meeting with the audit committee, had a meeting with the external auditors. They reviewed our audit and they accepted it by the audit committee to present to the board for their full approval today. So, I am putting forth that for the board.
We need a vote.
Okay. Right, thank you. Resolution, please?
Yeah.
So move.
There a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Also included in your package was copies of our draft Paris reports. There's 4 different reports. There's an annual report. There's a procurement report, there's an investment report, and there's a external audit section where we include our financial statements. I'm looking if there's any questions on any of that information that was sent to you, and also looking for board vote.
Resolution to file with Paris.
Yes,
When is that supposed to be filed?
March 31st.
Oh, okay. So
And
good.
I mean, they're little, we're double.
Form and substance,
Form and
we'd like you
substance.
to accept it in form and substance. If we have
There might be little as we go along,
Yeah, as we review it, we might have to.
but we've been through LDC pretty thoroughly, I would say at this point.
Question, I'm looking at the board of directors and I still see fifth. Does that make a difference for Paris?
2025,
Oh, okay.
so so we have to include.
Everybody who was part of 2025.
Every once in a while I do the same thing. I'm like, wait, what are we reporting now?
I just didn't want
We
them,
haven't done yet.
I didn't want them to pick that out and say, you know.
Don't you even know who you are?
Well, just to say, like he's not on the website, why is he?
May I have a motion to file, please, with Paris?
Motion?
Second? All those in favor?
I,
I should mention, you look carefully at the transmittal letter on the 2 audits. Says there the representation of management. Basically, Glory does 90% of the work before it even gets to the auditor. So there, all of her numbers were matched exactly with the down. We always haggle a little bit over some of the footnotes and supplementary information, but the numbers themselves and the report is basically Lori's.
Lori works hard on it, and we appreciate it.
Both of you do, all of you do. Anything else for the LDC? Well, you got anything?
No,
Okay, in that case, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting, so move.
Jeff, you got both the motion for Paris and for the audit?
Yes.
Okay, good, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I heard a motion, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Uh,
Do you want
Okay, we are
to
adjourned.
do it again? Because I definitely have Paris and it looks like I have the audit.
yeah, why not? Because I know we definitely did the audit and then we kind of paused with Paris. So just looking for our board approval for the acceptance of filing into Paris in form and substance.
So moved.
Second.
That's what we had.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
But, got it.
Justin touched the,
Sorry.
a little confusion.
All right, Peter's outside. Do we-
I sent him a text, so they'll come back in, we'll just, and I sent him a text, so.
Okay,
See
good.
ya.
We'll start.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. This is a meeting of Town of Brookhaven Industrial Development Agency, Wednesday, March 25th. 2026, it is 29 minutes after 12. Following members are present: Mr. Callahan, Alex, Mr. Rose, Craig, Ron, quorum is present, and via Zoom, Mr. Trotter. First order of our business are the minutes of our meeting of December 3rd, 2025, January 7th, 2026. May I have a motion? So moved.
Second.
Questions, corrections? Hearing none. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Lori, it's all yours.
Okay. Earlier today, the IDA's audit committee met with the external auditors to review the status of our audit. The audit committee accepted the audit and now we are presenting it to the full board for your review and approval. Any questions? And I would be looking for a resolution.
We need a motion. Do we accept?
So moved.
Second.
Recommendation from the audit committee. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
The next session is something that we've added to our agenda to be presented to the board, is a monthly update on where we're at. This is coming forth from some of the suggestions from the ABO's latest audits to present status of projects and where we're at. So I'm gonna do an overall highlight. This would be mostly for 2026 and it will be through the end of February. To mention, I'm gonna go through, we had some terminations, 2 terminations. MS Packaging and Island Air. Also, we had 3 closings for this period. Caithness, Lotus, 17 Old Dock, and Brookhaven Residence. We had some recaptures of sales tax, AOE, and Brookhaven Residence. We also had a sales tax extension for Nassau Provisions. We've actually done it twice, so we are up to 158. And also, just to mention, we had some reporting completion certificates received for projects that we had approved and that were in process. We've had 2 of those. One resulted in overage of the amount they estimated cost, which was Brookhaven Solar. And also EB Patchog was received and they were in line with what their estimate of costs were. Any questions on this report?
Lori, offhand, you have the amount of recaptures on that?
Yes, so for, I'm actually gonna go back to 2025. We had, year to date. Sorry, page over. We had, for 2025, we had a total of 243. It's in our financial statement footnotes. And the 2 for, 2026 were about 100,000. So and they're mostly sales tax. In 2025, we had a small amount that was for real property tax.
We don't send out press releases on that, but it's important to know that what we, how we track these and the money we get back and then forward to the responsible people. I do see a lot of press releases or articles in Newsday when either Nassau County or Suffolk County, based on the reporter and how it's reported. So, but we're doing our job and It's good money that we get back.
Yep. Okay, I don't think there needs to be a resolution to accept that report. No, okay. The next item I want to bring to your attention, included in your packages, was draft sections of our Paris report, which is due to be for December 31st, 2025 for the IDA. Due to be filed with Paris timely by March 31st. There's 4 sections: annual report, the procurement report, the independent auditors report, and also our investment report. Are there any comments, questions? And I would be looking for the board to vote to approve the filing.
In form and substance.
So move. Second, in form and substance.
In form and substance. Yeah.
Any questions about that voluminous report? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, and then lastly, I just want to mention timely payments. All payroll taxes and withholdings have been paid in a timely manner in accordance with applicable federal and state guidelines. All regulatory reports have been filed on time, and this is very true for this period. All state required pilot payments have been made in accordance with state guidelines and within the required timeframes, which has all been done. So I just reading that, I normally read it to you every meeting. Any questions?
Anything further?
No, that would be it.
Need a motion to accept Lori's report?
So move.
Motion.
Thank you, Frank. All those in favor? Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is an application for Brookhaven Logistics Center, their subtenant application for Home Depot. And I think I'm going to turn it over since we have a presentation set up behind us.
First, I want to report from our meeting in Albany this year that the Paris reporting is going to get a lot easier. Right?
Oh, sure.
There you go. The state has assured us.
You know, what this is, and you're gonna poke fun at us.
Everything is going to.
Are you wagering running a pool on when?
Yeah. Yes, it's in decades. Anyway, Peter Curry, Barrel Fritz, 400 XR Plaza in Uniondale, New York. I'm appearing on behalf of the Brookhaven Rail Terminal in connection with a variety of actions that we'd like to undertake with regard to a sublease of equipment premises to Home Depot. At this time, I would like to introduce Andrew Villari, who works with the developer. And over here, we have Trevor Hamilton and Mark Bragg. Mark works at Home Depot, and Trevor has been assisting Home Depot in the economic development area with regard to this project. We would like to thank the agency at this time for everything it has already done with regard to the Brookhaven Rail Terminal long gestating project. So this is the first of the applications. At this time, I'd like Andrew to explain the area where Home Depot is looking to locate.
Great, thank you. Thanks, everybody. Andrew Valeri with North Point Development. We are the applicant, Brookhaven Logistics Center. The property that we are looking to talk about today is about half of a property formerly known as Brookhaven Rail Terminal Expansion Property, also known as Parcels B and C. We have rebranded the property to be called the Long Island Rail Terminal. It's a rail serve transload expansion. And Home Depot is going to be on the southern half of that property. Site altogether is just about 93 acres, and Home Depot would take the southern 50 and change. That's what's outlined in the dotted white line here. Frontage on the South Service Road. Got 2 access points that are permitted by the DOT, and we're connecting to Long Island Railroad main line. The rail infrastructure that we're building is shown in red. There will be a rail line that gets extended off of the former Brookhaven Rail Terminal property, which is now called the Long Island Reload. Got a new sign going up. Yeah, warehouse will be rail served, and we've got some other folks here that can tell you all about how it would function. But that's the property.
Yes, and Mark Bragg, if you could just let the board know how Home Depot proposes to utilize the facility.
Yeah, thanks everyone for having me here, but this type of facility is one of a few that we have on the FDC, BDC, flatbed distribution center and a bulk distribution center. So essentially what it does, it will service all of our stores on Long Island. Right now, we have the smaller reload facility, another facility in Keysby, New Jersey, that services stores. We believe we could be more efficient, be more cost effective in servicing Long Island. So that's why we're proposing this facility. The other function that it allows us to do, the flatbeds, oftentimes you have these various construction sites and construction workers want product delivered to the site. So versus having to go to a store, put in your order, potentially having to use multiple stores to deliver product, we will use this facility to deliver flatbed loads directly to construction sites. So obviously, just the New York market in general and specifically Long Island, feel there's numerous growth opportunities, certainly an important market for us, and that's why we chose this location to have service the market.
Thanks, Mark.
Yes. Any questions? Just
I have two,
yep.
well, maybe three. How many employees are at the site now? How many do you project here? Question one. Number two is, how long before this will be up and operational? And number three, how is the parcel to the north access? Maybe question for you, rather.
Starting with the last question, you're saying this part
Yeah.
to the north? Yeah, the access road would be shared in the future. Home Depot's portion, you can see on the drawing here, we've got the security booth and that's right here. But north of there, that's going to be a shared access road. So there'll be a driveway coming off that serves that northern path.
Where do they even come in now? Where would a truck come in now?
Oh, sorry. To the northern path?
No.
To A?
You would come in through here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not there yet.
Yeah, it's not built yet.
Any employees?
Yeah, I mean, right now you asked about the reload. That's for us, that's a third party operation, so there are no current Home Depot employees. But for this new development, I think we projected excess of 200.
Yeah, I think that's something.
200 that employees.
How many square feet?
414,000 square feet.
Half of Trader Joe's. Everything gets compared to Trader Joe's now. It's half of Trader Joe's. That's big, that's big.
For measuring stick.
That's right, that's the new measuring stick, yeah. I have a question. So for the railroad, is that how you bring most of the stuff in, or it's gonna
Yeah.
be 50-50, tractor trailer still, or?
It'll come in mostly via rail, and what happens is the flatbeds is actually driving, so the flatbeds can drive through the facility, load it, go out to our stores and various construction sites.
So there's no retail coming out of here?
No, don't know.
How many stores will it service?
Well, Long Island, I think we have 39 stores, so we're constantly kind of adjusting our network strategy. We have some stores in the Bronx, Queens, so it changes, but approximately.
More or less.
Yep.
Thank you. And you said 200 jobs?
Yes.
Peter, explain that I just didn't read it correctly, but you have a lease for this option to buy.
Yes, so the asks that we have are separate. The first is, this is a site which is currently not subdivided. So at this stage of the game, we're looking to establish a separate lease and project agreement with the Home Depot premises, take it out of the overall agreement that we currently have with regard to the project, make it separate, have a separate lease and project agreement for, right now is a lease and balance description. We are proceeding with the subdivision of this parcel from the remainder of this parcel. It will be a subdivided parcel, and
Someday.
well,
Someday.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's a work in progress.
Yes, but I don't think we can wait I mean, we all know that subdivisions are lightning fast. But at this stage of the game, it would be a lease of a part of certain tax lots, I think it's a single tax lot at this stage of the game. And with a separate lease and project agreement, and then once the subdivision was completed, then there would be a separate tax lot. In connection with this, the current owner of the property is transferred the entire acreage to a sister company with the same owner. And then when the subdivision is complete, they would transfer this part back to the current owner. So those are the requests. And then the last request is that the Home Depot option divide be considered as a permitted transfer under the IDA documents, and that would not come back to the IDA.
How does that option work? I was confused by the way.
I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry. Under their lease, they have an option to acquire at certain areas of shopping, because it's one option to two options, yes.
First, with the first option period is eligible.
Yeah.
That would be.
This I get, but something about it. No.
Oh, that's it.
And then one,
no, sometimes.
they eighty, well,
Yes,
each following, that's where I got confused.
each following completion.
Okay.
So they, they'll enter into the lease now, but they'll be, not an effective date, but a commencement date when the project is substantially complete. Where they start to take over, the premises. I think when you hear about the request for a sales tax improvement, that's going to be something that they're looking for at this stage, but they will not be able to realize upon it until, just before delivery of the property, buying the sales taxable items until we're pretty much complete.
Questions from the board?
So basically, from reading this, we're voting for them to come in here and give them a sales tax exemption for to build out the facility.
Yes, that's it.
Well, with regard to the build out, with regard to the purchase of materials that will be done by the North Point entity, that's already been approved. That's under your current IDA transaction, and we're just applying, so the large amount of purchases would be done by North Point, and it would be under its original IDA agreement. So the other thing that we're looking for sales tax with regard to Home Depot was the things that Home Depot would acquire upon, upon near completion of the building, when it starts to spend money.
Okay.
Which is estimated at $481,000.
The sales tax payment.
Yes,
Yes, yeah,
the Home Depot sales tax.
correct.
Okay,
Yes, yeah.
which means we have to do a public hearing before you can move ahead with that.
We're just accepting the application.
Right, we anticipate Home Depot having to come back for final authorization. Yeah, I can sure in that. So this is a preliminary inducement for them, and basically the consent resolutions that we have on behalf of the owner of the property, we believe are single meeting consent resolutions.
And right now, the building's empty?
There's no.
There's no building.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't go past there on the day.
It's
I thought it was already built,
We
Okay.
wish.
I got you.
Yeah.
Not asleep at the wheel, but there's a lot of
The site
different
plan's being
things out
said.
there, and I haven't gone past that project in quite some time.
It's just a pretty picture.
There you go.
We have to do the site plan.
Okay,
So there's a few little amendments. It's gonna be set at tomorrow night's town board hearing.
okay, all right.
So all we're asking is for you to accept the subtenant application and schedule or authorize me to schedule a public hearing for
Perfect.
the sales tax.
Okay.
All of the other stuff that Peter mentioned is interesting background information for you to be aware of, but not something that this agency can take action on yet, because we would be getting ahead of a lot of things that we can't get ahead of. And I just also want to state that we've never given anyone permission to take over an agreement, so that's something else that this board would have to discuss, but not something we've done in the past.
I don't think you've had that many agreements that have had purchase options set forth in them, where the same entity that you're consenting to a sublease on is also going to be the acquiring
Yeah,
entity.
but we can't take action on that now.
You're just
We can't.
accepting the application.
Yeah.
Well,
Peter, I'll talk to you offline
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
there are, some pieces of it that we kind of want to.
in
develop.
in 1 minute. I'll talk to you right when we close this.
Okay, so two items that the resolution is just for those two items. Right here, motion.
So moved.
Second.
Any further questions?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Do I text the Atlanta accent?
Yeah, a little confusing.
Go back down there for a wedding.
Oh.
So-
Wait.
Do it then.
I know that.
But don't
Well,
confuse us.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Building.
Clarity. I would like to get consent now to the transfer of the entire parcel from the current owner to the sister company, which is part of what I requested. And so that,
To the
That's
sister
the
company,
entire-
the entire parcel? Yeah.
yes,
Without the subdivision.
without.
The whole-
moment.
The whole thing.
At the subdivision.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
And that's,
But so you can,
that gets essentially then partially
you can
undone.
accept the application.
Okay.
Do we have to?
Is there a motion to that effect?
So
moved.
I'm gonna do paper.
Wait a minute.
Wait, time.
Yeah, I think you could do it. It's accepted and authorized at the same time.
Okay.
It's just basically an assignment.
An assignment.
Yep.
Right,
And do we have the sister company? Did I miss it?
yeah, it's in there.
It's in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
Gotcha.
a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any other additional questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Great.
Josh, you got all those votes? Okay, good.
All right, then.
Okay. Next item on the agenda.
So,
Okay.
Thank you.
Lisa,
Thank you, guys.
Lisa,
They've been dismissed.
Lisa?
Yes, sorry.
Are we assuming you're gonna have the public hearing about the other issues between now and the next meeting?
Correct.
Is that the intent?
That's
The ones you voted.
That's the intent, for the sales tax.
Yes.
That's the intent. I can't 100%.
No, I get it.
But I
that-
think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay.
That's-
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Nothing new, and there's just some pretty pictures.
No, pretty big.
You spent some money on them, you might as well give them out, you know?
Thank you.
I mean, it was a gallon break. That's what I'm saying.
Start talking about that.
I know it was an.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to you.
Peter's,
Right?
hi, good afternoon. Could you guys just do me a favor and just sign in to the sign-in sheet, please? Thank you. So the next item on the agenda is an application from Amneal 19 Nicholas Drive. And I think Peter's just gonna stand up there for a while.
Kamari, who's the senior director at Amneal, is here with me to the extent you have any questions with regard to the project. But this project is actually what I'll call a phase of a two-building project. So this premises is currently occupied by Amneal as essentially a warehouse facility.
And currently supported by this board.
Exactly, with a term that expires at the end of the year.
End of 26?
End of
Expires
this-
the end of 26?
It does, yes,
Okay.
yes.
But this is the smaller, don't think of this. No, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
19 Nicholas.
Right.
The board is very familiar with Amneal Pharmaceuticals. You've been supporting this company for a long period of time. And the company has, I think, repaid your support by growing and prospering, becoming a very large Long Island company, primarily at the Horse Block Drive premises. But this premises is now going to be the Nicholas Drive premises is now going to be important to the future development of a project that I will be presenting another application on next week with regard to, or next month, with regard to the Horse Block I can present it all I want, you won't read that. So, next month, with regard to the Horse Block Drive premises, this will involve moving some of the warehouse that is currently on Horse Block Drive over the course of 5 years to the Nicholas Drive premises. It'd be about a $2 million expenditure in this premises alone, with a much larger expenditure in Horse Block Road. The idea is to move more warehousing to this, and then convert the current property to more manufacturing, and other types of uses more central to the company's operation. And the two really need to work together. We need to, essentially have this premises in order to move, materials there and to not have them impede their ability to, make the changes that they need to do to the Horse Block Drive premises. We got a 5-year lease extension that is on the table, and we're requesting that the agency extend the term of the pilot for an additional 5 years, as well as authorize a sales tax abatement with regard to the purchase of materials to be used at this premises. Over there, that would be a 5-year term on the sales tax. Again, this is a long project in making the changes both to Horse Block Drive and to this premises. And I know it's an unusual request to ask for a sales tax abatement that lasts that long, but I've been assured by the company that it's going to take that long to get this project to completion.
And how much is the sales tax that you're requesting? I don't know.
$2 million worth of materials.
So again, that would require a public hearing.
Correct.
What is the current employee level? And 5 years from now, what would you expect it to be
At 19 Nicholas or?
total?
the
I
two-
know we have to just look at Nicholas, but maybe manufacturing, feeling that the other,
sites.
yeah.
Can I answer that?
Sure.
Yes, sure.
So right now we are at 700 plus 720 something the number, we are at that number. So we are over a 5 years of period because we are adding a complete new dosage form. So we are in OSD, I don't know what it is. So it's a tablets and capsules, but we are going to make more of an injectable also. That's why we are expanding this Brookhaven facility. So which will be adding another 100 to 200 employees. At least minimum 100, but I would expect go up to 200 over a period
Over
of
5 years.
5 years.
Their counsel in that application will probably aim more to the 100 number than the 200.
Frank, did you hear that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't catch the total number of employees that they have. I heard the other part.
Approximately 725 right now.
Okay, thank you.
So again, we're asking for a preliminary inducement or acceptance of the application with regard to the 19 Nicholas Drive project. And look forward to coming back at your next meeting with a more fulsome application for the Horse Block Drive project.
Isn't that not Horse Block Road or is it Horse
Yeah,
Block?
Horse Block Road.
Road. Drive.
Thank you. Lane,
So
court.
Is there a motion from the board?
moved.
Second.
Second,
Further questions of the company or their attorney?
None.
Hearing none, all those in favor?
I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Accepting an application.
Well, there's requests in this that we're going to accept the application and we'd have to do the
Public
public hearing,
hearing,
but a
correct.
5-year extension on the pilot and also a sales tax exemption. The public hearing will consider all that, but I just wanted to make sure we're all on the same page with that.
Adding jobs, I mean, it's
So the name of the game.
paying taxes.
Table
living
and
on the
second.
building.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's why, we are going to file our first permit also.
Oh, I have it ready for the. You want it?
Ready to roll. We're just waiting for you to say aye.
I'll come back to you. maybe. Thank you, Adam.
Nice to see you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Yep, see you next month.
Okay, Peter's not sitting down yet.
Wow. Next one.
So the next item on the agenda is September morning, a subtenant application for September morning. It's 53 Ramsey LLC. I will, turn it over to you.
Sure. This is a request for agency consent to a sublease, for what I would consider a good tenant, bringing 35 jobs. We are aware of the agency's policy with regard to cannabis-related, companies, and therefore the request is just for consent. We would propose that the pilot for this portion of the property be equivalent to the otherwise applicable taxes, and that no financial assistance be given to this tenant with regard to its operation.
Okay, so we have, this is a, when we did September morning, the idea behind it was that it was gonna be, for subtenants, and we so far have approved a moving company to go into the space. It's like 70,000 roughly square feet. The moving company is taking a portion of it, and now this company, 53 Ramsey, they're a bakery, and they want to take some additional space. But part of what they bake are cannabis infused products. We have a policy that says, a policy to decline any projects related to the cultivation, production, distribution, sale, and or use of cannabis located in the town of Brookhaven. So we pretty much have not supported any projects that have cannabis use in them. When I spoke to Peter about this, he suggested that we carve this portion out of the pilot. They pay full taxation on this part of the building. Yes, the owner did get sales tax. I'm not sure if they took mortgage recording tax. I just don't know off the top of my head, but they did get some benefits from us. But this portion of it, we could make it pay full taxation. We just have to adjust the pilot. It would just be a little bit of math. No, I don't think it's a big deal. It's not a big deal to do, but that's what he's presenting.
I guess one of my questions is the supposed subtenant is involved in 15 food operations, Taco Bell, Starbucks, Pizza Hut. The Carvel decision back from 60s or 70s aside, I thought that most of those operations get their food from the central warehouse somewhere, that they don't bake their own product. So my question is, how is this operation going to support your other 15 businesses?
I don't know that this is necessary to support those businesses. This is a bakery, the third of it is going to be used over the cannabis infused is to sell to other companies. I don't think it's all necessary to deal with his own companies.
But the letter said it once.
Well,
Maybe I'm mistaken.
It's again, he's got a variety of operations, so I don't think this is necessarily a central bakery. And some
We don't,
companies may-
I think Peter, I think what you're saying is, we're not assuming that the products made here are gonna be sold through his other franchisees. Is that the assumption?
We're not
assuming.
not assuming that all of them.
Right.
Correct.
Right, that's what I thought.
The letter implies it, but I could read it the other way.
Yeah, I know, I thought it in that context.
They can't,
Yeah,
they could only sell this.
Guy's got a lot of irons in
Cannabis
the
is
fire.
allowed to be sold,
Yeah,
so they can't sell it here.
yeah. Well, it's the way this letter is written, that you could read it a couple of different ways. So,
But legally, they can only sell these brownies at a cannabis
Right.
dispensary.
right.
right.
And they might, for all we know, own cannabis dispensaries. It just says that they own 15 food-oriented businesses, well, cannabis, but whatever, consisting of Starbucks. Not necessarily that they're all Starbucks, so it may have just been,
Yeah, but my understanding is that he's got a variety of people to sell to. And I'm sure that the cannabis infused products are being sold to cannabis retailers.
Right,
They have to be.
they have to be.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Okay,
and but it's only, what did you say, a third of
Yeah.
the baking would be cannabis infused, the other 2/3 will be non-cannabis infused.
hopefully they'll keep them separate.
But you're still gonna pay the taxes pursuant to the pilot, but this is gonna be based on full taxation.
Correct.
You're not putting back on the roll. That's it.
We can We can have them
get there later on,
part
right?
it out, but
Yes.
it might be easiest just to adjust the pilot
Yeah.
up for that portion
Yes, yep,
and accept
I
it as
think
pilot.
that's the best way.
Lisa, remind me, how many jobs?
35.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. there you go.
Mhm.
It is an exception to our policy, but you do get full taxation on that portion of it.
Yeah.
And we get a third of the building,
It's a contract.
2/3 of the building previously unoccupied. We,
Occupied.
third of it goes back in.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
you need a motion.
We do need a motion.
So moved.
Second. Any other questions? All those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Anyone opposed? None, you're opposed?
Yeah.
Okay. Our motion carries.
I promise not to bring any of the products.
Might make some.
Stick them in the dessert tray.
But long, yes. Okay.
That.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep.
Thank you,
Thanks
Peter.
for Your attention on all these.
Always good to see you, Peter.
I'll see you.
Take care.
Have a good day.
You too. I hope the minutes will not say that it was the board's recognized pothead that moved the resolution.
Okay, I'm gonna take a couple of things out of order. We have a request from Scalamander Cove to
Still around.
to extend their acceptance application to 1/31/27.
How long has that been floating around?
6, 7
Why,
years.
why that long?
Because they don't want to pay for the Pine Barrens credits.
What's gonna happen in 27? Is
Yeah.
it gonna change?
Their
No,
Pine Barren credits are their
I'm just,
their issue.
so what, okay.
So is that, what is,
Some of the project across the street too.
yes. That's,
I think
that's
it's called-
really in the cobwebs, but, because
Yeah.
it's been proved so long ago, but yeah, I believe so.
So what is the advantages and disadvantages of this current board to say, let's do that or not do that? Because he,
Lisa,
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying.
I'm just curious, what is the advantages and disadvantages of the board to say yes or no to this challenge? That's
So
a good
if you-
try.
If you say yes, it gives them more time to close their project. If you say no, then their project, I think on this one, they have until the end of April 27th or April 16th, so they have a few more weeks, but they would have to get it closed by then. If you said no, which I don't think they could realistically do, if you say no, they would have to reapply, restart our process if they were
And how long,
wanted to continue.
how long has been on the books?
It's been
Years.
years.
6, 7 years, maybe more.
Does it matter if we say yes or no?
Well, if you say no, they have to,
Reapply, no, I got that,
Reapply.
okay, yep, but if we say yes, he's just giving him more time to come up with the funds and do what he wants to
Does it
do.
cost us to extend? No,
Okay,
no.
do we have
gotcha.
do we have a
if,
motion?
if,
Sorry.
if we gave him, for argument's sake, 2 months, does that mean anything in this process? Or no, based on 6 years, I thought I knew the answer, but I thought I'd ask.
All it means is that we'll talk about it again in 2 months.
Yeah,
where is the project located?
This is located on the north side of Middle Country Road.
Just west of Rocky Point
Yes,
Road.
yeah,
that over
Or
by the old
And the
Coble lumber?
developer
And it's
is,
east of. What's his next project?
yeah.
what
Wasn't
if I
it?
sneeze
East
in
of
the-
REO Farm? Is it east of REO Farm? It might be east of REO Farm, but it's directly east of, who is it that they're tapping into the?
It's west of the tap. Which is Renaissance, which was what do you call it?
Yes, west
Yeah.
of, yeah.
But east of another of our projects.
Is it RAO Front, the one that is just under construction?
It's moving along, but yes, I think that's
Okay.
where the Starbucks is going in the bank. building.
That's what John said.
Yeah,
Oh, east of that?
yeah,
So
Lisa,
that's Coble lumber's over there.
yes,
Is that the actual
Yeah.
location, Coble lumber?
right there.
Oh,
and the developer
been sitting
is,
forever.
It is,
And
no, Paul Anaboli has taken it over and it was Sam Glass.
oh, okay.
Frank?
How many extensions have they gotten?
A number.
Doesn't.
Okay, so whatever that number is, can you guess at what it is approximately? I'd like it to be put into the record.
Well, a guess, I would say 4.
Okay,
You remember 4? Okay.
at least 4. Okay, thank you.
They just weren't asking for long enough extensions.
Yeah,
See, if they'd asked for 6 years, we
Right,
wouldn't
we'd
be
be
doing
fine.
I
it.
wouldn't be here. I don't see why we
really
should do it, that's for sure.
I'm sorry?
I said,
Frank
I do
doesn't
not
see
see
why-
why we should grant them that extension. Myself, that's just my opinion.
Is there a motion to extend? I'll move it if no one else wants to.
All right,
You second, John?
Yeah.
All right, on a roll call.
sure. I mean, if it's not
Yeah.
financially costing anything,
I'm good.
and we're just saying
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
I'm good.
yeah.
Okay, Frank?
No.
Your vote? No?
No
John, you're in?
extension.
Anne Marie?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Motion
thank you.
carried. All right.
Better not come back to us 2 years from now.
Oh, it will.
Before
It'll come back
1/31/27.
All right,
yeah,
okay.
in December.
Yeah,
Maybe we should tell them that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay. Okay, the next item on the agenda is KCE NY 31, also an extension request. This is just to remind everybody, and John can speak to this if you have additional questions. This is a best system proposed for the
Shoreham
I want to say Shoreham Wading River School District, and that's not right. Shoreham Nuclear Power Plant. They've asked for an extension to April 30th of 2026.
John, this is yours?
Yes,
That's enough time?
they're ready to close, yes.
Okay.
Weren't they waiting for the thing to go away, and that's why it was.
Well, that was one.
Yeah.
That was one of the things. The litigation was resolved in December. There's an appeal. They're not likely, the other side's not likely to win on that appeal. They were very badly
Yeah.
slapped down. The other side by the Babylon IDA, the second department, so the beginning of the year too.
Okay.
I think they met their.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
They missed the
So,
deadline.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So move.
There's
Second,
They got
Thank
the
you.
light.
All those in favor?
They got the
Aye.
PSE&G
Aye.
approval. Oh,
Motion
good.
carried.
So you are really.
Yes.
there you go.
That's a good one.
Good.
And keep in mind that this policy is an internal policy, so it's just something that you guys put together to try and keep projects.
Keep track.
Yeah.
Keep track of them, keep
Yeah.
them in touch with us. Sometimes they disappear and they come back and they're like, oh, we're ready now.
Sorry.
What happened?
Start
So,
all over again.
yeah, so that's sort of the point of this exercise. The next item on the agenda is a request also to extend their resolution from Lawrence Aviation.
They're waiting for DEC approval. That's
And-
what's holding that up.
And Daniel sent an email yesterday and said, I think this morning he was
got it?
meeting with DEC.
Okay, good.
Our next meeting with the DEC head of bureau and the team is scheduled for tomorrow morning, which would have been this morning. I haven't heard back from him. I was hoping that he was gonna,
Give you some good news.
yeah.
Good,
so-
thank you for copy.
Councilman?
No, this is the
No, I'm
developer.
sorry. I thought you-
Yeah.
No, sorry.
So that's the next item on the agenda, is to extend Lawrence Aviation's, the solar
I
project.
will tell you, there is an
8/31/26.
error in the letter. Because August 19th, 2026 has not yet happened.
And I think
Oh,
we did
yeah.
another one of our letters, it was 25 when it should have been
Yeah.
26.
Yeah, that was the KCE.
I'm reading it and saying, wait a minute,
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm trying to figure out what date it is.
Yeah.
yeah,
You had a long nap.
It's, whatever, and that this has nothing to do, this only has to do with their piece of the Lawrence Aviation
They
property.
have to issue a permit.
Right,
So,
Right.
and the town can't take action on the site plan and the building permit until, well, we have taken action on the site plan, but we can't give them a building permit without the DEC.
but it has nothing to do with any of the other pieces of the Lawrence Aviation.
No.
project.
No. this
Just
is
this one
just
piece.
us. Yeah.
So move,
What's the latest date on that? June?
June.
Okay.
The DOT,
Motion.
FTA piece.
Or second?
Frank just made a second.
Any questions?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a request from Middle Country Meadows. Their sales tax and their completion date expires on 3/31/26. The project is built. This is different than the other ones that we've been doing. And he asked for 3 more months. I think if this board is gonna consider, anything, we should give him more than 3 more months, because this is one that we've got quite a few extensions on also. This is the Middle Country Meadows is the housing complex on the north side of 25, east of, Nichols Road.
Right. Tunis project.
Still not finished.
It's getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Do you wanna, how far out do you wanna go? September?
6 months?
September. Is there a motion?
So move.
Second.
You okay, John?
I think you're.
Yeah, you've recused in the past that you had a business
Oh, you
relationship
can't
with
vote.
him.
Oh.
Right, I'm sorry.
I'll
I,
move it.
I recuse.
I'll second it.
Second again.
Any other questions? Mr. Callahan?
No, I'm not pushing a vote.
Yes.
Frank?
No, good. Yes.
And Marie?
Yeah.
And I vote yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, he voted yes.
Yes, okay. I heard yes and no. I didn't,
One no, one abstention.
okay,
Voted yes.
so it passes, okay.
I don't know. Should come back to you guys again.
In September, I vote no.
You watch. Mark my word.
Okay.
Everybody okay on time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so we wanted to bring the May meeting forward. There's some conflicts, so we were wondering if it's possible to either move the May meeting from May 13th to either May 6th or May 27th.
Hold on,
Get out your phones.
hold on.
Say that again?
6th,
Let's go in order. What's the April meeting?
April 15th. Tax day.
And
Okay.
that one, I might have a problem because I'm gonna be going on a flight, so I might be there for a short period on the 15th of April.
We'll try and keep it short.
If I get through the lines at TSA.
Might as well go now.
Yeah.
The 16th, the 6th or the 20th, is that the
Yeah.
alternate?
27th.
So the 27th or the 6th.
27th. The 6th would be better.
Okay,
Either one.
all right, let's do the 6th.
Okay, is that a problem?
Okay,
I can't do the 6th.
Oh.
I'm at a conference. May 6th,
Yes,
Right,
I can't do it. I'm at a conference.
Okay, so.
what's the 27th look for everyone?
the 20th is no good?
That's ridiculous.
All right, I'll make it happen.
Oh, you could
27th.
change the
27th?
day, it doesn't have to be a Wednesday.
it's true. It doesn't have to be a Wednesday.
Ah,
Leave it. 27th. One is everybody else is okay.
Of May?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm good.
Keep in mind, it's 2 days after, Memorial
Memorial.
Day.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Is that at 12 also?
Yes.
Yes.
That's fine. So you'll send out, okay.
May 27th. You're gonna fix
Yeah.
calendars, right? I don't have to do it.
Yep, okay.
Okay. The motion
Or. Oh,
Motion?
to change,
so, yeah.
All those in favor?
Seconded that, please?
Morning.
Marty.
Who made the motion? Next, I
Frank.
forgot. Okay.
We'll move in quick, Jeff.
Okay.
Get woke up.
Okay, thank you. So like I said, I'm skipping around a little bit. The next item on the agenda is job creation number. So I sent you guys a spreadsheet which corresponds to the information that's in Paris, but it's a little bit easier to look at it in a spreadsheet than it is to look at Paris. And I just want to highlight a couple of items. Give and Go, Uncle Wally's was non-responsive on their annual compliance. We sent them a default letter. They were non-compliant, non-responsive on the default letter. So if you notice both in Paris and in the spreadsheets, they have 0 jobs listed. There are people working there, but they didn't respond to our request. And so we are in process of terminating them, defaulting them and terminating them. It's to the point in their agreement where there isn't a recapture, but they will be no longer in our systems. They'll go back on the tax rolls.
You get the letter.
There's no recapture?
No, because
They're
it's
too close.
It's too close to when when they would come off anyway.
Gotcha. I understand.
And yes, we double checked that it was received. We had to send it FedEx because they're in Canada and you can't do certified mail, but we had those signatures.
They seem to be very busy. I mean, I'm in that park a lot and a lot of cars, a lot of trucks. And as much as it's the same parent as Tate's, some of us thought that they would move to one of the warehouses at the other end of the park, but it hasn't happened. So.
Also.
What's, I didn't catch that. What was the relationship with Tate's?
They're both owned by Mondelez.
Oh, okay, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So also, 4L was short on their job creation. So typically what we do is Fred and I go through this list and we have anyone who is below, we use 85 as the threshold. If they're below 85% of what they told us they have, we ask for a letter and we review those letters. So we've got 7 projects that were below that 85% level. Most of them, I think, have reasonable explanations. September morning, they're still trying to get into the building, although they are required to have job creation by December 31st. So I think there's decent explanations for each of them. WHTB Glass, which they've come here before and explained why they were below, they're below again. 4L, they have subtenants, so their numbers adjust a little bit. I will get a letter from them. DNF Bellport, they were short. Nassau Provisions, a new company, they were also short, and September Mornings. It was 2 that I really want to bring, in addition to Uncle Wally's, that I want to bring to your attention. WF12 and WF13. WF12 has the pickleball facility in their operation.
13 has the pickle.
Thank you. I mix them up every single time. If I say 13, I mean 12. If I say 12, I mean 13. So 13 has pickleball. They told us they would have 45, and pickleball is only in part of the facility. They told us they would have 45 employees. They, FTEs, they have 22. So I would suggest that we go to them and get a letter. WF12, however, that's the project on the north side of the LIE. It's 3 large empty warehouses. They have nobody. And we met with their representatives and with their counsel a couple of times and explained to them that this is kind of the point to explain to the board what it is that you're doing. Our annual report says, if you didn't meet your job creation numbers, please include a letter that outlines it. There's space, and sometimes people just say, like, we had retirements or this happened or that happened. But we say, if you need more room, please attach a letter. What we got from them was a handwritten note that they're trying, and it's not, I can read it to you,
It's
but
empty.
The buildings are empty. So leasing has been unsuccessful. Property is being marketed with little momentum. I really had hoped for.
That's not very optimistic.
But it's true.
I understand.
Okay.
I would have, if it were me, I would have put together a letter and outlined some of the marketing efforts, and I feel like this.
Isn't it time to take action here?
Well, that's my point. I mean,
I was just gonna say that.
They're taking us for granted.
Yep.
That's how I read that letter that they sent you.
And
They don't want to be bothered.
They-
That's
they
exactly.
could always come back if they ever get a tenant.
When did we approve them? What year are they on?
In the pilot, John,
Yeah.
is this the first or second year?
I think it might be their first year.
Yeah, it's early on in their pilot, but there's all the years of construction and so the
Right.
pilot
Right.
has just started, but it's been a few years that they've been in our name.
Right, right.
I can find it if I can find a phone.
So
So what would be, if we
Terminate.
eliminated the pilot?
It's just a.
determination,
The
Terminate
project.
the right,
right.
but what would that mean for the taxes to be?
Well,
Like-
they have no tax, so they can deal with that with the assessors.
No, right, but I thought, my point is that the number will go up.
Yes.
Some bases it will go up.
So as it
Probably.
stands right now, their pilot is $41,000 and their taxes, if it were not in the IDA's name, their taxes would have been, Lori, am I reading this right? 1.7 million?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That should wake them up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, like.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That'll hurt my pocketbook.
yeah, so,
Well,
But-
because it's,
yeah, it's three buildings, three large.
No, I know, right.
50,000
We go
square
out.
foot buildings.
Yeah,
There's a
you,
lot to
you
it.
can't with a straight face continue them on the pilot.
No, we
I,
can't.
I don't, I feel like it's.
school's gonna have
We can't.
Yeah. Which school district is
One
it?
point two to the school district, and this is, I think it's Longwood, off the top of my head, I wouldn't swear to that, but I think it's Longwood, and it's 1.2 million.
Split, is
I
that
think
right?
it belong with and so,
One
Okay.
split, but
All right,
we can,
okay.
oh, some of it's South Country,
I believe so.
Well, they could use
well,
it.
even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, so then what I'm hearing is we should terminate this project.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And a motion.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Frank, any questions at your end?
No, I'm good. I agree 1,000% with what Mitch said.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
I'll be interested to see what kind of response we get.
Yep.
Maybe one of he types this time?
Oh,
No, yeah, I'm kidding.
What do you?
No, but I mean-
Somebody
It'd be really cocky. of me.
What could they possibly say that's gonna change?
Well, they signed it, that's all they could show up.
Yeah, they don't,
That's Dan Baker.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
And that's 12.
Correct.
13, I think. What?
No.
Well,
13's the pickleball.
It has a little bit of
13
pickleball.
was keep track of it.
12.
Keep track of it.
is the expressway.
On your
Okay,
behalf.
thank you.
Which one is the pickleball in the Bellport outlet?
No, 101.
It's.
Oh, I know where it is. We
Yeah.
took a ride with the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind
okay.
county appliance.
Yeah. Yes,
Intercounty.
I know exactly where it is. I think, yep,
So with the other ones, I'm gonna go back to them and ask them to send us a letter explaining what's going on.
okay.
And we'll bring that back. Okay, thank you. Okay,
And what did we decide to do on Uncle Wally's?
we already sent them a default.
We
letter.
already said,
Yeah,
You're gonna terminate them.
yeah, well, we sent them the default letter. They're non-responsive. They had 10 days, I think, to cure it. They ignored us, so now it's a termination. Do we need them to
Yeah.
vote on it?
Yes.
Okay, so can we have a vote to terminate Give and Go / Uncle Wally's?
so moved.
Motion.
There's your second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
what do they have?
There's nothing to refresh.
They're almost done, right? When would they be done?
Hold on.
The-
Uncle Wally's, I think they're on like maybe next year. There's not a lot left for them.
Yeah,
And Lori's question is, do we want to recapture WF12? But they just
started.
started, so
What are
this
you gonna
is last
get?
year's pilot, there's probably not,
1,000,007.
well, so the assessor's office assessed them at, what did I say, 1.7 million. It is a little bit quick, but you guys, if you wanted to recapture it, we could attempt it.
Why
This
shouldn't
is-
we? What's the reason not to?
Well,
They're gonna terminate them and take them off as of the date. They're gonna go back to our date of termination.
yeah.
right?
So
So it's a few months.
So think about it this way. Let's say the assessor's office, they were paying land, they would have paid land only whether it was in our name or if they were not in our name. And then sometime during the year last year, I suspect it probably was around November, towards the end of the year, because that's when our completion date was. They may have completed earlier than that, but the assessor's office assessed them, so they went from land only to the full assessed value. We pick it up for our report, but most of the year, I doubt they were at full assessed value.
No,
So
they weren't,
They
because
wouldn't,
they probably got their CO after March first.
right, yeah. So, I mean, we could recapture, but I think if we recaptured, we wouldn't want to recapture the full amount. Like, I think we'd have to apportion it, yeah. Because they weren't completed. They wouldn't have been assessed if they hadn't been.
So when do they
Well,
stop?
we have those rates anyway under the agreement, so why don't we look into it? We can report back to the board once you have, that Harry has a chance to look at it.
Well, we can, at this point, we could recapture 100%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could. The only thing is, what is 100%? If they didn't go to full AV until October.
So it wouldn't have been till December first, because it would have been on the next assessment.
Yeah.
So
Why don't
leave
we leave the
December
details
1st
to you and Annette, and you guys work it out.
4 or 5 months.
Well, but you guys have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to go after recapture, or do you want to just terminate them?
I say we go after the recapture. Why not? I think we don't look good if we don't. That's again, my opinion.
What do you think?
How does everybody else feel? My
What do we have to
recommendation
lose?
would be just to terminate.
You can only go from.
Don't go through the recapture.
Right.
Not that much money.
But they paid.
Does this have any effect on Tate's?
How much money is it?
We don't?
It's the difference between 1.7 million and 40,000 roughly, but it would just be from December 1st.
So
it's
I don't know what we're
1.7.
talking about.
So it's 4 months of 1.7, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So 500,000,
500,000 minus 400, what?
5%.
Minus 500,000, let's assume 500,000, which is 4 months of 1.7, right? Minus what they paid, which is how much?
40.
41. So it's $450,000.
Not chicken feed.
That's
No,
what it
that's not
comes.
chicken. And I want to
Seems
double
to-
check the numbers when we're not
No, I
having
get
this
it.
conversation.
I get it. But that's.
I'm just trying to look at it from the public's perspective.
Out.
It seems like a sizable amount, even though it may not be in our world, but sizable amount enough that
That's
we
a lot
should
of
go
money.
after it.
Yeah.
All right.
$500,000.
So do we have a motion? To
Motion.
recapture? And
Okay.
just
Separate motion or amend the existing one?
amended.
Amend it. Yeah.
So then let me just, let's have the full conversation. There's sales tax and possibly mortgage and property tax. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd have to look.
Do we want to recapture everything?
Yes.
Sure,
Absolutely.
sure, yeah.
Okay, we'll recapture.
Yep.
We'll
And for a
work
few
with that.
pennies and.
We should at least start with that position.
Mhm.
Where we end up might be different, but at least we should start with that.
Yeah. I don't know who made the original motion, whoever it was,
I think it was Frank. Oh, the original one?
to amend that.
To
motion.
amend that motion?
Frank, will you amend your motion?
Yeah, go ahead.
And who seconded?
I think I did.
Okay. All those in favor of full recapture?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is possible changes to our fee schedule. So I included our fee schedule in the packet. So this is
Gee.
what's been happening. When we have right now, for some of our projects, their annual fee is $1,000. And the late pilot fee is $1,000. And there's been some confusion when they get invoiced. They think they paid one thing when we're invoicing them for the other thing. So we thought a couple of different things, that we would change the late pilot fee to $1,500. And here's the other thing. When someone's late with their pilot, the fee right now is 5% penalty. And then every month that they don't pay that, it increases by 1%, the interest of 1%. So sometimes when we have a small pilot, there's no motivation for them to pay. They're like, well, I could pay, you know, $20 this month or wait another month and pay $40. So it's so small that it doesn't really motivate them. I think if we increase the fee, late pilot fee to 1,500 and make that monthly, that will inspire them to pay promptly. You guys like that idea?
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
I like it.
Pay your bills on time, like everybody
Yeah.
else.
Well, 'cause then it ends up that each month we're sending them, are you gonna pay? What's going on? Reminders. It's a little work for them to,
Postage is going up to 95 cents.
okay. So,
Yeah,
Wow.
they're talking about it, but
Is there a motion to that effect?
so moved.
Second.
Questions?
No?
Okay.
All those in favor? Opposed?
It's called creating an incentive.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Put a little fire under there.
We managed to,
Hey there, wake up.
Like it has the project on the barrel.
Jocelyn,
You know, you're-
Jocelyn knows that Rich wasn't here.
And they have
Oh, what do we appoint him to?
Fred Astaire.
He's in charge of
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It was cool. People my age were in there.
Oh, yeah.
It was, yeah, it was really nice. Told my wife, maybe we should go check it out. I thought it was nice. Nice to see when you go past the project, you know, what's going on.
Yeah.
But it's not another.
Great idea.
Yeah.
No, with the, what do you call it? Set that
With
one,
Paris.
yeah, I know, I didn't,
Okay,
I still
so
go there.
the next item on the agenda is, February 23rd, 2026, we had a significant snowfall. And, I want to ratify that we closed the office. We asked everybody to stay home and just, not work that day. I told everyone not to use, paid time off, but alerted them that if you guys chose not to ratify it, they would have to. We could do that retroactively, but my, request is that we ratify the office being closed on February 23rd, twenty
I
twenty-six.
talked to Lisa that morning, it made sense.
There was, wasn't
Absolutely.
the governor said that, no,
Emergency,
yeah, so
don't,
they should get paid.
okay, thank you. Do we have a
Yeah.
motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Thank you. New York State EDC has a conference coming up in Cooperstown.
There you go.
And it's a sponsorship,
I'll take this.
$5,000 sponsorship, sorry, $5,500 sponsorship. That's the diamond level, which is what we've done in the past.
We do get good recognition.
Yes,
Yeah.
When is the conference?
In May,
May
May.
20th through the
the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday before Memorial Day.
22nd. Yeah, I think it's the 20th to the 22nd.
Gotcha.
Do we have a motion?
So moved. For sponsorship,
Yeah.
Yeah.
second.
Any questions?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I will recuse.
Okay, LIBDC sponsorship, I have two items, the Montauk Conference, and then also working on our Brookhaven dinner. The Montauk Conference sponsorship is 5,000, and the dinner is usually 5,000 also.
You have the date for the dinner from that?
Not yet, not yet, we're working on it.
I have a motion for both of those sponsorships.
So,
Any questions? We'll let you know what the date is as soon as we have it.
Yeah,
Sure.
we're looking right now at, I'm sorry, did we make that?
No,
motion?
it has been,
Okay,
it's on the table. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
thank you.
Mhm.
We're looking at a little bit of a different format and trying a longer networking period and a shorter presentation. We're trying to get B&L to do a presentation, but that would be heavy hors d'oeuvres and more like mingling rather than sitting down and eating your dinner early. We're doing an experiment, see how it
Yeah.
works out. Okay, we have a request to sponsor the ABLI CIVS event Wednesday, June 17th, 6 p.m. They have $10,000, $5,000, $2,500, or $1,000, and of course, we could just take seats, you know, if anybody wants to attend.
That's the 17th of June.
What's the date?
June 17th, 6 p.m., and it is at the Heritage Club at Bethpage.
Oh, that's also the date of our meeting, right?
June 7th. Yes, that is the day of our meeting. We could double duty a suit.
We have a recommendation. What'd you say, 2,500, 1,000, and then up from 2,500?
Yeah, 1,000 gets you one ticket, signage, company logo on a looping video, and your company logo featured in the LFBN advertisement. 2,500 is 3 tickets, signage at venue, and everything else that
Did we do this last year?
I think we did,
I
but
think we did do this last year.
I think we did, and we took, but we sort of judged it by the tickets. So is anybody interested in attending?
I would probably go.
I would go.
So why don't we do 2,500
Yeah.
and see if we can
Yeah,
sell a third ticket?
good for me.
Is there a motion?
So, second,
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Lisa, did we leap over item
Yes.
E?
We left
did.
over some items.
Okay,
I jumped around.
good exercise.
All I get. Fred, do you want to go over the board assessments?
Sure. I appreciate everybody getting these in, as you did. I think based on the comments that were made and the ratings, I think people are generally satisfied with the way we conduct business here. I think there continues to be some confusion over the question about whether we represent the community, and I think it gets to what our community is. We have known for 5+ years now, we have not been part of the Office of Economic Development. So our community is really commercial industrial world rather than
Yeah.
mom and pops or
Mm-hmm.
the local economic development. I just want to make that point clear. And the other thing is continue to get some pushback on the time of the meeting. I too like very early meetings, but I think 12 o'clock makes it a lot easier for staff. A number of times they're having public hearings before our meeting, and it just makes it easier for them to prepare for these meetings. But other than that, I think, you know, somebody remembers putting something in here that I didn't comment on. I think generally everybody's pretty happy the way things go. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Other than the time of the meetings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't disagree.
Can I emphasize that again, other than the time of the meeting?
second.
Look at the
There we go.
delicious lunch.
5 AM? Can we start at 5 AM?
Let me tell you,
Those
when
are-
the kids were little, we used to have, what was it, 7:45? I used to
7:45.
get them up at 5, take them, drop them off at daycare and come in here like, well, I know I'm red now, but sweaty and uncomfortable.
No.
Some things haven't changed. I'd be uncomfortable.
All right.
Okay, so the next item on the agenda, I just wanted to alert you that we received our 2026 bond allocation. $11,087,116. So we've got it if anybody has project that wants to use it.
Isn't there one possibility?
We have 2 possibilities. And the last thing before I'm gonna ask that we go into executive sessions is a request to everybody to look at our website and update your bios. If you need, it sent to you, it's just, we haven't really looked at them in a while, and I suspect that some of the information is outdated. So if you get a chance, just review it and,
No, you don't understand. We are outdated, not the website.
maybe the bios could use, there might be some stuff that's no longer accurate.
At least several of us are.
Sorry, we're all outdated. All right. Okay.
Okay, so then I want to, hold on, I gotta find, they sent out this report on how we have to go into executive session. So can we have a motion to go into executive session to discuss, hold on one second. Of course, it's stuff I can't say. Veolia WTS Systems USA, Inc., formerly known as Suez WTS Systems USA, Inc., against Venture Engineering and Construction, Inc., Long Island Compost Corps.
Uh,
Okay, that's enough.
Is
Is
Ed
that
out.
enough?
Ed out.
At all? Okay,
Yep.
guys, I'll give you the whole long thing to put in there.
So moved.
Second.
Second? All right.
Yeah,
let's
because it
move
goes
this
on.
Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I don't know.